Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for yet another diecast review here on the channel. Finally, we are back. It's been a few days since the last video, and today's going to be a pretty exciting day, a pretty exciting diecast to be taking a look at today, as it is going to be the first ever Lino Racing late model with an actual paint scheme. Here is Josh Berry / Dale Jr. This is Josh Berry's 2023 Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shops number 3 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 late model for Junior Motorsports. This is a super cool diecast to have, of course. This is a throwback to Dale Sr. and his 1998 Bass Pro Shops special car. It was exactly like this, a black and gold number 3 type paint scheme with Bass Pro Shops. Pretty cool. There are two versions, as I mentioned at the beginning. Josh Berry or Dale Jr. I decided to get Josh Berry because I'm more of a fan of Josh Berry, so that's why I got his. But the Dale Jr. one is also available, and I'm not sure exactly what the full differences are other than the name that's up here. That is the only thing that I know that is different. But for this particular diecast, it's going to be the Josh Berry. So pretty interesting they got both versions of this car out for both Junior and Josh Berry. So congratulations to Lino Racing. A really, really cool late model, because like I said, the Chase Elliott one that I got, that one does not have a paint scheme. It's all black. This one has an actual paint scheme on it, on the Lino Racing late model mold, and I'm really excited for it. So without further ado, why should we wait any longer? Let's get this diecast out of the box. Here it is, folks. Brand new out of the box, and I gotta say, the feel of these late model diecasts is so authentic. It definitely feels authentic. It really does actually look and feel like I'm actually holding one of these things in my hand, a proper model of a late model here, which is so cool. I gotta say, Lionel, great job with the mold of these cars. It looks spectacular. I have absolutely zero complaints. I don't have any problem at all with it being a unimold, a unibody, and what I mean by that is it's all pretty much a generic mold, so you can make these cars whatever manufacturer you want, and I think that's a pretty cool thing that they did, because now the customizers can make whatever cars they want, and Lionel can make whatever cars they want. So pretty good job with the mold, I gotta say. I addressed everything having to do with the mold in the Chase Elliott video. You know, the molding, the casting. If you want more details on that, check out the Chase Elliott video. That's also here on the Circle Club channel. But today we're going to be primarily focusing on the paint schemes and the sponsors. So without further ado, let's get this diecast review on this Josh Berry piece right here. Pretty cool to have another diecast review of his. So you have number 3, Junior Motorsports. And you can see the late model nose is doing the best it can to look like a Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. So it looks pretty good there. Of course, Sunoco and Sunoco. Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shops. 1972 to 2022, so the 50th anniversary, so it's a 2023 diecast with a 2022 anniversary logo on it. Pretty interesting. I believe there should be something up here that says Solid Rock Carriers, but that's not on the 164s. You have Hoosier, of course, on the wheel wells and on the wheels themselves. It's pretty much the Hoosier lettering in the font in white. Gives it sort of a retro vibe to it. So you have NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Late Model Series. At least that's what it looks like it says there. You have Holly MSD, OMP, ARP, Quartermaster, SRI, 5-star bodies, which they make awesome stuff for stock cars. So definitely check out that sponsor. You have Bell Helmets, Wheelin', and man, I wish I could read that. What is it? That J sponsor. I really cannot read it. You have number 3. You have the little exhaust port. As you can see, it kind of comes through a little bit different than a Cup car or an Xfinity car or a truck even. The exhaust port coming out right underneath the door number right there. You have Josh Berry. And if you got the Dale Jr. one, this will say Dale Jr. instead of Josh Berry. But like we established, it's Josh Berry, then what I got for this car. You have Junior Motorsports Racing Electronics, and man, I wish I could read those other sponsors, but I really can't. They're so small. I definitely could make out that Chevy bow tie. The other ones, I really cannot make out. They're really small. You have the Bass Pro Shops anniversary logo once again, the 50th. And I really like stuff like that, so I'm really glad I got this diecast somehow of this, because I really like collecting like anniversaries of like sponsors and things of that nature, things that are kind of tribute. So, pretty good pickup for me, this one. You have Bass Pro Shops in black and white, straight across the side. Nothing on the quarter panel. You have Bass Pro Shops number 3, the Chevrolet bow tie right in the middle of that back bumper, which looks pretty good, pretty much like the original. Then you have the 50th anniversary logo, 1972 to 2022, so that it's 50 years. Wow, that's a long time to be around. So 51 if you count 2023 as a whole. And then, of course, you have the number 3 right on the top. And looking at pictures of this car, it looks to be pretty accurate to what the original one was paint scheme-wise. So 0 complaints about how the throwback was executed right here. Other than the original, of course, did not have the anniversary stuff. But because this is a special car, it's got to have that logo on there. Other than that, it does look pretty close. Of course, you know, different sponsors here and there. For instance, there's no Good Wrench on this. But like we said, this is mainly for Bass Pro Shops. But other than that, the paint scheme, the color arrangement, the metallic gold finish, the fool's gold. How did I exclude that from the review? Let's get a closer look at that. It looks really good. And like I said, first late model of mine that actually has a proper paint scheme to it. So I really want to cover paint finishes with these. I know my camera quality is not the best. I don't understand why. It's every time I zoom in, it kind of gets fuzzy, but you guys could probably still make out the metallic on this. It's pretty intense, really intense. In fact, it's almost like the Kevin Harvick, his 2021, oh man, what was it? His Coda paint scheme was sort of like this. Pretty good looking paint finish, metallic, looks spectacular. So pretty cool to have a gloss late model and a metallic late model. And talking about combining the two, the black parts of this being a decal allows it to just be a solid gloss for the black parts of this paint scheme. So let's take a look at the numbers. All right, so you have a black outline, then you have a red outline, a gold outline, and a black number fill-in for the number 3 on the top. And the sides, you're going to see the red outline to it. I don't believe, let me relook at the top for a second. I believe it's just the red outline. I don't see any, of course you're not going to see any shadow because it's all black. So this is actually going to start with the red outline just like it is on the door. So the red, the fool's gold, and the black number fill in, as you guys can see. And it's going to have that style 3 for all the 3s on this diecast. And starting at the front right here, starting at the front corners of this car, you're going to have a thin red stripe, a thicker fool's yellow gold mustard colored stripe, and then the full thick black stripe. It's going to go all across the side. As you can see, it does not look to be there's really no variation. It's the same on both sides, so it is proportionate. Just those stripes going across the bottom right here, up to the quarter panel, and eventually onto the back where they're going to swoop down and leave some space for that Chevy logo and some of the gold right there. Of course, black spoiler, no roof rails on these cars, and of course, the little splitter in the front is all black. So we looked at the stripes, which go well with the number outlining to it. I mean, the number outlining and the side stripes match pretty good. It matches pretty well, so that's a really good detail. They really complement each other. Goes well with the paint scheme. And if you look at the hood of these cars, you can see it's all black. Then it's going to be an all black roof to match the black hood, and of course the black deck lid right there. Of course, you can see the actual shape of the deck lid. Right? You can see the little outlines. It just kind of goes through the middle right here. Pretty solid. Okay, I really like this diecast and this paint scheme. It's a really good tribute to that 1998 Dale Sr. car, and to see it on a late model, honestly, it's not coming to me. The current Gen late models are the closest thing we have to a Gen 4 style stock car. And I believe that's actually what these things are inspired by. So when you do throwbacks to cars that were initially Gen 4 cars, they look so good on a late model. And this is definitely one of them, as I give you guys a 360 view of it. So yeah, either one. If you're a fan of both, get them both. If you're a fan of one of them, like me, get one of them. At least have one of these, because this is a car that I can guarantee you might get rare on either side. I'm actually not too sure of how rare it's going to be. I mean, if they make like 1,000 of the other one and then 1,000 of this, you get like technically like 2,000 of these, or however many they're making. I hope it's enough for everyone to at least get one. of these paint schemes. Of course, give you guys this 360 view. So it might peg warm and it might not. I know the Dale Jr. one is probably going to fly off the shelves. And there's also reasons for the Josh Berry one to fly off the shelves, because this is probably going to be his final Chevrolet diecast. Because if you guys remember, Josh Berry is moving on to Stewart-Haas Racing in the number 4, and even his late model has been changed. Of course, he's going to be driving the 62 Mustang late model instead of the Camaro number 3 or number 8 or any of those kind of things. So pretty cool to see Josh Berry's final ever, probably his final. I really don't think they're making any more of his Xfinity cars because he's moved on. They might make some that they haven't made, but this probably is the last one. So really, both of these cars are going to have value, both the Junior and the Josh Berry. But like I said, pretty sick car. The only one that I have this with an actual paint scheme. And please, for the love of God, can we get some more Fords and Toyotas? We did get a Kevin Harvick Ford Mustang, pretty cool. I really hope we start getting some of the actual regulars of the series that are doing the full time, and they're only racing in this series. I know we got one Camry in the 124, which is pretty cool. Hopefully we can get some more variety with these. We can get probably some Snowball Derby race wins or any race. Lionel should probably start coming to these events and really, I don't know, get some teams to get some diecasts made, because this is, for me, going to go sour if it's just the Junior Motorsports or Stewart-Haas all the time. But yeah, this is a really, really good diecast to get. That 4-pack that they planned for Dale Jr.'s late models, correct me if I'm wrong, that looks like it's been canceled, which is shocking. I really hope they reverse that, or that I'm wrong. But as far as I've checked, it does not look like that will be released, which is really a shame, because there's a bunch of great diecasts in it that people would have wanted, and it's really disappointing. But at least, guys, collect some of these. And I gotta say, in terms of quality, I mean, you have a little decal paper right there, little black thing. Oh, well, they're not terrible. They're not terrible. Can they be better? Absolutely. This model here in particular doesn't really have much wrong with it. Hopefully yours is the same. So anyways, guys, what do you guys think of this car? Do you like it? Which one did you guys get? The Josh Berry or the Dale Jr.? Which one are you guys going to get if you don't have this car? Are you going to get the Josh Berry or the Dale Jr. or both? Please let me know in the comment section. This thing, I'm not sure if the original car had it. One last thing I want to bring up about this thing. This thing would look sick with gold wheels. Thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review here on the channel. Oh, it's been long awaited, so please subscribe. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.